Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome to the November 12th edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey. He's Mike Smith. That guy off camera is Aaron Glandon. Mr. Hand 2 making his appearance. There he is.
I'm surprised he hadn't. That's such an effort for him to reach over. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a foam finger yet to wave out there.
When the Commanders win the Super Bowl this year, I'll get a Commanders
foam finger.
Is that right?
A Commanders foam finger.
But they can't even beat the Steelers, so, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we can't beat the refs.
Maybe they'll beat.
Maybe
they'll meet the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Because it won't be the Browns. Daggone it.
Or the Bengals.
It's once again another wait till next year.
Have the Steelers played the Ravens yet? At all?
They play them this week. They haven't played a divisional game yet.
Oh, yeah, they haven't.
Yeah.
I don't think they're better than the Ravens.
Because the Ravens are 1-1, the Bengals are 1-1, and the Browns are 1-1.
In division.
Yes. But the Browns are the next to last team in the AFC. And the Bengals, I believe, are 9th, so they're just out of playoff contention right now.
Browns are fighting for a draft pick at this point, which means the worse you are, the better you are.
Because if it keeps on going, they're guaranteed of getting one of the quarterbacks coming out this year in the first round.
How many does that make? 40? Since they moved back to Cleveland? Yeah.
Too many.
All right.
Welcome to the program. Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at beneficial news that you can use. We'll also take a look at sports, where we'll probably talk more about that Browns thing, and this stage in history. But first, our forecast.
Hey, more sunshine, although it was a little overcast this morning. There was some frost out there greeting you if you got up early this morning. But showers move in later Wednesday night, sunshine through tomorrow, but showers move in Wednesday night through Thursday. Highs will remain in the low to mid-60s with nighttime lows of about 38. And for our viewers in Florida, we're praying. There's another tropical storm that, by the way, it would be named Sarah with no H, which is how we spell our daughter's name. Mm-hmm. And they're telling people in Florida, start watching for the forecast on this.
So what happened to the storms named with an I through R?
Yeah, I don't know why they skipped some of those. So
I missed that.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be able to have first-hand knowledge of what's going on in Florida soon, right?
Well, I remember the year after Ian, we were down there, the total devastation that was involved. I'm hoping it's nothing. I mean, for the people that live there, not for my vacation, but for people that live there, for crying out loud. I was going back and forth on texting with Ed Yates when we announced about his being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And he said, 3 hurricanes in 16 months.
Yeah. That's a chance you take when you move down there. Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough to schedule a vacation to go down there and then something pop up the week that you're planning on going down. We've got wildfires on the East Coast, wildfires on the West Coast now. So
couldn't believe that one in New Jersey. I've never heard of a wildfire in New Jersey before, but it's there.
Closing in on New York City.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll talk about news coming up in just a moment. I want to throw this out for you. If you haven't heard, McDonald's is open now on Western Avenue. Yeah. And so that was a planned remodeling, but Arby's is also open now. Their drive-thru's not open yet.
Get out.
But you can go sit in now. Chatted with Randy Snedden, one of our good friends, the other day, and he said, hey, can you give us a shout out on the show? And I said, sure. I'll give you a shout, but if you want more, it's going to cost you money.
I was just out there last night. I didn't notice it. Yeah, they were open.
Dine-in is open and carry-out. So
good for them.
Yeah. All right, so we got that out of the way, and coming up in a moment, news. But first, let's tell you about Haynes Total Healthcare Center. When we say total healthcare, they take care of all that stuff. I'm telling you, they have spared me from back surgery because of the manipulation they've been able to do and to help me with what I was going through this past summer. Chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutrition. They can take care of all that for you. They've been doing it for 50 years now. Want to find out more? Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you to their website, HaynesHealth.com. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. All right, time to take a look at news that you can use, which you'll find on our website, littermedia.com. And I like that. Rock for Tots is coming up pretty soon. Mentioned them yesterday in a conversation we had with Lori Graves as well. But what is making news for us here today, Mike?
Let's see. This is November the 12th,
Yes.
and we're already talking about Christmas time. Mm-hmm. The annual Chillicothe Holiday Lights Decorating Contest is now accepting the applications. Entries are due by November the 20th. Now, for those of you who are not familiar, there's 3 different categories that you can enter in: Griswold, Rockwell, and Techmas. Mm-hmm. You want to break those down for us?
Well, your Griswold is all the crazy inflatables and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all that kind of stuff. Rockwell is your more traditional holiday Christmas decorations. And then Techmas is all the lights just blinking all over the place, set to music and so on and so forth. I will tell you that John Zangri, who has won in the traditional category a number of times, went by their house 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And the tree is already up, and a lot of, because it's very intricate. Yeah. If you want to see some of his designs, simply go to our YouTube channel and type in Holiday Lights Chillicothe, and you'll see it. It's incredible what he puts together each year, all in a small little tiny front yard lot there on not Plyleys Lane. What's the road that goes? Pyatt Avenue. So you want to check that out.
And again, if you want to get in on this, November 20th is the deadline. The winning entries will be announced on December the 20th, but it's also something that they do for the mayor was just talking about that, the tour, transit tour, and I think they also use the, it's not a cable car, help me.
The trolley.
Trolley, thank you. It looks like a cable car. By the way, if you want to enter, you need to call the Chillicothe Parks and Recreation Office.
And Shine Chillicothe, that is Shine on Chillicothe. That's, was Mayor talking about that also this morning?
Well, when we were talking about the lights in the park, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Very good. There's a number of people went through there. Was it 60,000 that they had last year going through? When I heard that after they closed it for the year, I thought, you've got to be kidding me. That's a lot of cars, certainly, but very much part of what we're doing each and every year in Chillicothe. Now, this happens all the time, too, talking about the Salvation Army. Their Red Kettle Bell campaign is almost underway. It's going to start this Friday. You'll hear the first bells ringing at your local Walmarts in Chillicothe, Circleville, and Washington Courthouse. All the monies that are raised stay right here to help the Chillicothe Salvation Army community location, which is there on East 4th Street here in Chillicothe. So if you want to find out more, their goal is a $50,000 campaign. The story is on our website, but also included is the interview with Captain Travis Payne and Ricky Cook, who's the youth ministry coordinator as well. They do a great job here in Chillicothe. So again, all the details at littermedia.com.
35 area children's charities will be among the beneficiaries from funds raised through the 40th annual Rock for Tots concert and auction, which is coming up on December the 6th at the Majestic Theater. Funds will also go to local scholarships and an endowment. Nearly $2 million have been raised over the 4-decade run of Rock for Tots. And just about a week ago, Dan talked with the organizer and founder of Rock for Tots, Paul Pollard. You can find this story at littermedia.com, and that interview also is embedded in our website story. Just a few moments ago, we were speaking with Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney on our special edition, and some of the things the mayor talked about, if you might have missed it, was the upcoming holiday season and what that means to the city of Chillicothe, especially the downtown. The mayor was referring to the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. That's going to be on November the 22nd. November the 22nd.
2 weeks from this Friday.
Yeah. So
no, a week from this Friday.
A week from yeah. So some things to enjoy. The mayor also referred to the paving, which for the most part is finished here in the town, but the underlying gas infrastructure work that Columbia Gas is doing, that's a several-year project. So that's not done. And an update on the bids going out for the Bridge Street multi-million-dollar, multi-year project to hopefully, maybe, please, Lord, once and for all fix the traffic woes that we have out there. The bids go out in the next 30 to 45 days, and they hope to get started possibly by spring of 2025.
And I'm going to guess a completion sometime by 2028 would be my guess.
Yeah, because he said that the or 27 actually, because he said they will suspend much of the work during the Christmas holidays of 25 and 26. So I'm guessing they're supposed to be done in 27 or something like that.
Good. Also, last Friday and Saturday was Pale Fest 3D. And you were there on special assignment, Mr. Hantu.
I was there. And if you like loud music, don't miss this event next year because it was loud.
What you say there, Aaron?
I asked him yesterday, I said, your ears still ringing?
It was a good time, though. There was lots of masks. There were comic books, which I don't think they had last year. I don't know if they had live music last year at the Elks Lodge, but they did this year, and you'll see some clips of that. There's the bassist for one of the bands that I got to see. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people came out, and a lot of people had a good time.
Was King Humpty and the Gizzard Lizards there?
No.
No?
No.
Do any of these masks make it to Hollywood for some movies? You know, have we talked about that at all?
I think a lot of these are band masks. The band Slipknot, I believe, is the one that is famous for wearing masks on stage. And that's where all this started for, from what I understand, for A.J. Good. And then he just started collecting these masks. And I believe he makes and designs some masks as well. So, and this all happened up at Shoemaker Center. I like the banana.
I like the banana.
Banana's getting into it right there.
I like that. That's good. Yeah, he's jamming. Jamming banana, yeah. What was Banana? Yeah, that was Bananarama, I guess, the group of the 80s or whenever that was.
Yeah. I was telling Amelia earlier this week about a cheer we had in marching band, and it was Go Bananas, Go Go Bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. And so she is chanting this herself, but then she's slowing down when it comes time to spell bananas because she's not quite gotten into that.
Like Gwen Stefani.
It's like Mississippi, M-I-S.
Yeah, then I threw a curveball at her. I said, and then we also said, go zucchini, go zucchini, Z-U-C-C-I-N-I, go zucchini. So has nothing to do with heavy metal, which is what you're seeing here. Yeah. And this is a video you have prepared, and it's running live.
It's
right
on
now,
YouTube.
On our YouTube channel. Very good. See, he's part of the younger generation. We let him take care of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys would have had a heart attack if you walked in there.
You think
heard
was
the music would have
just from the
put you in a coma.
Of the music off my chest. Yeah.
But it's grown so much. It was larger than what the Elks could hold, so they moved up to OU Chillicothe. And if they continue to have success, I could see them outgrowing the Shoemaker Center.
I mean, I would think it would take a long time just to set all this up. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there.
Well, there's lots of vendors that come and they set up their own booths.
Gotcha.
The crazy thing is these vendors come from all over the world.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the license plates that I saw in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some from New Mexico, all over the place, Arizona.
Right here in Chillicothe, Ohio.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, and if you watch the interview that we did to promote that event, Bishop comes along. Bishop's from California, and he came to Chillicothe just because A.J. Good has reached this far-spanning audience. And he says, this is all happening in Chillicothe. I got to go see Chillicothe, see what this is about.
Wow.
And now he and his wife live here.
How about that?
So, yeah, it's a market that I think people didn't even realize existed. So congratulations to AJ on another successful show. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at sports for you. But first, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They were in last week talking about safety tips on getting ready for your winterization for your home. If you want to find out more, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com. Or you can also see the interview that Mike conducted last week on our YouTube channel at YouTube/LitterMedia.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253. It is 253-8389. That's the number to call if you need a dumpster for personal use or if you need it for your business. They can take care of all that. 740-253-8389. No, I was not drinking my lunch.
I didn't know that Otis Campbell was doing Carl's voice work. Oh, golly.
Time for sports.
Hey, we have a state runner-up in Southern Ohio, the Minford Falcons. Congratulations. I thought we had their picture that I sent you. State runner-up in Division 5.
You sent me this image. Let's see if you sent me anything.
Yeah, Division 5 state runner-ups, the Minford. They were right in it to the end, but Cincinnati Summit Country Day scored 1-0. I think that was late in the regulation that Summit Country Day scored the goal, but there you go. The Minford Falcons, the first time they'd ever been to the state Final Four in boys soccer, and they come away with some hardware last night. So congratulations to the Falcons and everybody down in McDermott.
And their girls were in the Final Four too, right? I mean, this is the state championship game here.
But first time for the boys,
Yeah, and that's the toughest thing about soccer. It can come down to just one score. And for football and everything, it's like, can you stop them from scoring? But in soccer at this level, it's usually a 1 or 2 goal game.
If you were tracking our score page over the weekend, and we had one other state championship producer, what was the other score there that you had up just a minute ago?
He's reading his email. Sorry.
Yeah.
There it is.
Warsaw Riverview. This one went double overtime, beating Worthington Christian 1-0. But if you go back through the weekend, even to the girls' championships, I can't say that everyone, but I think all but maybe one had either overtime or shootouts. That's pretty evenly matched.
Evenly matched and exciting with 7 divisions.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. And obviously you don't get that kind of tight competitiveness in the other sports, but tip of the cap to the Minford Falcons.
Earlier in the show, you saw our Neil Coleman Insurance, Wyandotte Mutual, Litter Media Player of the Year award being produced and handed to Cole Miller. Cole, who has spent the last year running at Ohio Dominican, has committed to join the Thundering Herd of Marshall University. Congratulations. And we had a feeling something like this was going to happen, at some point in time. But I believe a teammate of his is playing tight end for Marshall. Does that sound right?
I don't know that.
He played tight end for Paint Valley. Bo...
Ernie Blankenship's grandson, great-grandson.
Bo Blankenship.
Yeah, Bo.
I believe he is still playing for the Marshall Thundering Herd as well. So, and we've got other kids that are playing down there too. So, congratulations to these kids. And I know we've got now Javon Moffmer using his 5th year of eligibility, playing for the Liberty Flames, and they've been in the NCAA basketball tournament the last couple of years. So it's neat to see these kids getting these opportunities.
That's D1, folks.
Yes.
That's a D1 competition.
Yes, so congratulations, Cole Miller. And our first player of the year, and now he's making even bigger news.
Have to correct something that I sent you yesterday on the notes. I said that they were Cleveland Cavaliers were 1 win away from the NBA record. That's not even close.
Yeah.
Cleveland Cavaliers have now become the 8th team in NBA history to start the season at 12-0 with a 119-113 win over Chicago. The all-time record is 24-0 by the 2015-16 Golden State Warriors.
Those are bad words we want to hear around here.
Yeah. But Golden State's not having a very – in fact, Cleveland beat them earlier this season.
Mm-hmm. The Ohio State men's basketball team in action last night. This wasn't close. I mean, the closest that Youngstown State had it was 11 points, I think, in the first half. And a couple of 7-footers going at it, too. It was interesting to watch this game. But when I went back to check on it, and I saw it was almost 40 points, I'm like, holy cow, what happened in the second half? But congratulations to the basketball Buckeyes, ranked 21st in the nation now, and they're off to a 2-0 start.
Saw an interview that Clark Kellogg was doing last night, and he spent a couple of weeks.
It's Clark Kellogg.
Clark Kellogg.
Yes.
He spent a couple of weeks with the Ohio State men's basketball program, and this must have been preseason. And he said these guys are legit. So I think last year, some of the problems they were having, they would get, literally a double-digit lead and then lose. Well, this year, he says, I think they've got the motor and they've got some height inside that they can compete in the Big Ten. So we'll see.
Did you see also that J.C. Sheldon is back helping with the Coach McGuff's team, the women Buckeyes, and Katie Smith is now there.
Yeah.
So that's even cooler, I think. I was surprised that J.C. was going to be helping.
I think I was more impressed with Katie Smith because Katie's been coaching in the WNBA.
Yeah, and has been with Minnesota, what's their Lynx? Is that what they are? She's been there the last 6 years, but she was with, who else was she with?
You know what? I don't want to spell any bad blood or rumors on anything. I think Katie is going to be, I'm going to be the new head coach up here one of these days.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So,
She's
Coach,
had all
you better win.
3-time Olympian.
Yeah, Coach, you better win because the skids have been greased for you to go right out the door. Yeah.
I last talked to Katie, I think it was 2015 or 16. She came down to talk for the Ross County Ohio State University Alumni Association, and we did a telephone interview. And I remember the first time I ever saw her, Chillicothe was playing in the sectional tournament over at then it was Athens High School. And here's this kid from Logan. She's a junior high kid, and she's just banging 3-point shots in between, like during halftime.
Right.
And I thought, okay, this kid's going to be something. And she was when we saw them play the Cavaliers the next 4 years when she started playing at the high school level. So, all right, just ahead, this date in history, the clock has turned back to
1799.
Just a couple of years ago. All just ahead.
I remember just like it was yesterday. Litter Quality Propane says, hey, we're online all the time. Customer payment, account information, and more. Log on at litterpropane.com.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
It is time for This Date in History with Mr. History, Mike Smith.
Andrew Ellicott, an American astronomer, in 1799 witnesses that, well, don't go dark on me now, no pun intended, the Leonid's meteor shower from a ship off the Florida Keys.
Mike's screen went
blank. My screen went into sleep mode. Ellicott wrote in his journal that the whole heaven appeared as if illuminated with skyrockets flying in an infinity of directions, and I was in constant expectation of some of them falling on the vessel. They continued until put out by the light of the sun after daybreak. Ellicott's journal entry is the first known record of a meteor shower in North America, and it happened on this evening of 1799 off the Florida Keys.
And some caveman somewhere was like, oh, yeah.
I saw that a while ago.
Seen that before.
And the Native Americans say, what are you talking about? We saw that a long time ago. Yeah.
But he's the first one to write it down, right?
That's true.
Unless they're in a
cave painting or something.
Yeah, there's some kind of hieroglyphics or whatever there. So. All right, that's it for today's program. Again, you can see Mike's conversation with Mayor Luke Feeney on our YouTube channel. The PaleFest 3D has a highlight video on our YouTube channel as well. Yesterday's chat with Lori Graves about what's coming up at the Majestic Theater is also available for you. They've got one more show in in November, and that is it's Turn to Stone is the name of the band, and it's the ELO Tribute Band, which is coming up on November 22nd. So it's going to be a big crowd downtown because that's the downtown open house night for the Christmas tree lighting and everything, too.
I think I've got, actually, Dan, I've got them for Phil Dirt and the Dozers on December 7th, or were you just talking about November only?
November only.
Okay, because I think they've got two, well, counting John Barry, too.
You got Rock for Tots, followed by Phil Dirt and the Dozers. That's back-to-back, the 6th and the 7th. Then the next week, the Chillicothe Civic Theater has
they're not doing White Christmas again, are they?
No, it's the Technicolor.
Oh, Joseph.
Coat. Yeah, Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Right. Yes. And then John Barry on a Monday night.
Yeah, which is
so that's going to be a Monday night for you for that show. And it's hard to believe that's the 28th show.
Yeah. And didn't Dan Latham, wasn't he a big cog in trying to get him here the first time?
I believe that's the case.
That's our former terrestrial radio boss, yeah. Somewhere out there. Somewhere. Dan was always somewhere out there. But I never get to see him anymore. Yeah. He's somewhere out there. Probably babysitting grandkids.
Physically and mentally.
Well, it was that fall he took in the parking garage in the Columbus International Airport. And that's a true story.
That did happen, yes.
We love you, boss.
A little Dan and Mike radio moment for you there. But yeah, they've got all that happening in December. But one more show left here in November for you to see. Turned to stone, as they say. Not as like, I believe the Bible verse is remembers Lot's wife.
Not like that at all, no.
No. So until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll have McDonald's in studio preparing for their 50th celebration. This is a 50th anniversary of the Western Avenue location. And they've had a total remodel on the inside. I was in there earlier today. It looks fantastic. So we'll share more details tomorrow here at 10 o'clock on Litter Media. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.